In this video, we are going to take our XFCE Desktop and give it a complete, fresh, and vibrant purple makeover. Even if purple isn't usually your go-to color, we genuinely think you're going to enjoy this transformation. To get started, the first thing we need is our main theme, which is called Shades of Purple. You'll need to download and install this theme. Now, if you are completely new to XFCE customization or need a refresher on how to install themes, you can find the dedicated tutorial video on our channel. We walk through that installation process in detail there, so we can save time and keep this video moving. You'll find the download link for the theme below. Once you get to the themes page, head over to the Files tab. Here, you have two options. If you download the file named simply Shades of Purple, you'll get a colorful rounded button layout that looks like this. If you download and install the standard version, you'll get a simpler, more classic button layout, similar to what you might see on Windows. Our suggestion: download and try both, then stick with the one you prefer. Next up, let's talk about the icons. For this purple setup, we are using the Bez GNU Linux Sade icon theme. Please go ahead and download the purple variant of this icon pack. Now that you have downloaded and installed both the theme and icon files, let's apply them from the appearance settings. I'm applying our Shades of Purple theme now, and this is how the initial look appears. However, for this video, I will be using the Shades of Purple with the standard button layout. As you can see, the main theme is identical. It just switches out that button style we talked about earlier. Once you have applied your preferred theme, switch over to the Icons tab and apply the icon theme. You need to find the one named Bez Sade Dark Purple and apply it. We are choosing the dark purple variant because the theme we are currently using is definitely a dark theme rather than a light one. After applying it, almost all of your system icons will instantly get that new purple look, perfectly matching our theme. And if you also want to match the exact font you see on my screen, the font I have applied is called Inter. If you prefer this font, you can simply download, install, and apply it through the font settings. Next up, it's time for the matching wallpaper to complete the look. You can certainly go ahead and find any purple wallpaper that complements our new theme, but I will be using this specific one. Now, when I first found this image, it wasn't perfectly matching the shade of our theme, so I tweaked it a little bit, and now it blends perfectly with our setup. You have options here. You can download the original image, or you can download my specific tweaked version. Both files are linked for you below. Now, we will refine the application menu to match our theme perfectly and look a little cleaner. Start by right-clicking on the menu icon on your panel, then go into its properties. In the Settings window, under the Appearance tab, you need to click on the current icon image. This is where you can select a matching application menu icon. A quick tip: you can often find a perfect match by simply searching for your distro name here, and you will usually see a well-suited icon. Or you can just browse through and apply any icon that you personally like the best. Once you have set your custom icons, go back to the General tab here. Now, as we can see, when hovering the mouse over any application in the menu, we get this little floating information box. Those are called tooltips. If you also don't find them very useful, you can simply uncheck the option labeled Show Application Tooltips. We are also going to disable the option for Show Application Description. And just like that, we have a much cleaner and less cluttered application menu. Next, we will slightly increase the icon size for better visibility. For the application icons, I am setting them to the small to normal size. And for the category icons, I've selected the small size. We are also going to increase the width and height of the menu a little bit. There is no single correct number here. You should just try a few settings and see what works best for your screen and preference. So, this is how our menu is looking now. Already much improved. But we are going to remove the information at the top for an even cleaner appearance. Go to the Appearance tab once more and simply set the Profile option to Hidden. And that's it. Now we have a much cleaner and more focused application menu. If you're wondering how we will access the power options now that we have removed them, don't worry. I will show you the perfect solution in just a moment. Next up, let's focus on beautifying our panel, starting with the clock appearance. Right-click on the clock in your panel and select Properties. Here, I am using a custom date format that displays all the necessary date and time information in a concise way. If you want to create your own custom format, simply click the Help button right here. This will open up a website containing all the documentation and information you need to easily build your perfect custom date format. We are also going to change the font here to match our main system font. So I am applying the Interregular font here to keep everything consistent. Once that's done, open your Panel Preferences settings and go to the Items tab. In the Items tab, click on Add, and here select the item labeled Action Buttons. This will be added to your panel. You can now place it exactly where you want by simply dragging and dropping it from this Preferences window. And there we have it! Our power options are now back, available right on the panel. You can also explore a few other customization options for this new widget. In the Panel Preferences window, make sure you have the Action Buttons item selected, and then click on this little icon. Here in this setting window, you can decide exactly which power options you want to show on the widget. By default, it usually shows your username. When you click it, it displays the power options. But you can change its appearance to Action Buttons, which then displays all the power options right on your panel. However, for a cleaner look in this particular setup, I will be using the name Display, so change it back to Session Menu. If you want to give it a personalized text, simply change the title option to Custom, and then you can type in your own custom text. So I just named my custom text Power, and here is our new Power menu on the panel. Moving on, we will now add a Workspace Switcher widget to our panel. Click the Add button, and find and select the Workspace Switcher from the list. Once added, go ahead and place it in your preferred position on the panel. Now, this next step is completely optional, but to help the widget stand out and look better integrated, we recommend adding a separator both before and after the Workspace Switcher. Next, open the Workspace Switcher Preferences window. In the Preferences, change the Appearance option to Button View. This makes it much more compact. Then, click the Workspace Settings button. To keep the switcher concise, simply rename each of your workspaces to 1, 2, 3, and 4, or whatever numbers you have. And now, you have a very compact and nice-looking workspace switcher ready to go. Next, we will disable the labels for active windows on our panel. This will make things much less cluttered. As we can see right now, when we have a few programs open, our panel gets filled up very quickly because of those labels. To fix this, go back into your Panel Preferences window. In the Items tab, select the Window Buttons item and open its dedicated Preferences settings. And in here, simply uncheck the option labeled Show Button Label. This instantly makes your panel much more compact and efficient. And now, we will align these window buttons right to the center of our panel. To do this, we just need to add one more separator to the panel. In your Panel Preferences window, place this new separator right above the Window Buttons item in the list. And then, open the preferences for this new separator. Simply click the Expand option. When you click Expand, your window buttons will instantly snap right to the center of the panel. Now, you might notice that we already have a separator after the window button item, and this separator is also set to Expand by default. This is why there is a gap here. Now, to remove the vertical line you might see here, simply change the style of New Separator to Transparent. Next up, we will be installing the Plank dock. This step is completely optional. You can certainly keep using the default XFCE panel if you prefer. But I will be installing Plank, since I want the dock at the bottom, so the first thing I need to do is unlock the main panel from its Preferences window, and then move the panel up to the top of the screen. So, before we install anything, remember to always run sudo apt update. This is the essential first step and a good practice before installing any new software on your system. Once that's complete, type sudo apt install plank and hit enter. You may be prompted to continue. Simply press Y key and press enter again. And just like that, your Plank dock will be installed. Now that Plank is installed, search for it in your application menu and click to launch it. It should activate and appear automatically. So this is our new Plank dock. To access its Preferences window for customization, you need to open your terminal and type the following command: plank -- preferences, and hit enter. This window is where you can customize virtually everything about your dock. For example, you can enable toggles like icon zoom to get this cool zooming effect when hovering over app icons. You can also change the position of the dock on the screen and adjust the theme. So, I have set my theme to transparent, but this is the default theme you will get when you install it for the first time. Now, if you notice this faint line here, which sometimes appears when you launch Plank for the first time or after making certain changes, this is a minor bug or glitch. The simple fix is to log out and log back in, and that line will be fixed instantly. Now that you've logged back in, you might notice that Plank is missing. That's because we haven't added it to the startup applications yet. So, go ahead and relaunch Plank for now. The first thing I recommend doing here is adding an application finder to the dock. First, launch the application finder from your main menu. Then, right-click on its icon down in the dock and select Keep in Dock. Now, you can move it wherever you want among your other icons. Adding this finder will greatly improve your experience. You can easily and quickly search for any application or program in a dedicated, streamlined window.
Now, let's make sure Plank launches automatically every time we log in. Search for the setting named Session and Startup and launch it. In the Settings window, navigate to the Application Auto Start tab. Click the Add button here to create a new entry. In the Name field, you can simply type Plank with a capital P. But in the Command field, you must type Plank, all lowercase. Click OK, and that's it. Plank has now been added to Auto Start, and you will no longer need to launch it manually after logging in.
So, our theme already looks great now, but what about the terminal? It's still not quite matching our purple aesthetic. Let's fix that. Open your terminal, click Edit, and then select Preferences. In the Preferences window, navigate to the Colors tab. Here, first select the preset option to white on black. And now, click on the box here for the background color. This is where you can manually adjust the color to perfectly match your theme. For the absolute best and most accurate match, I highly recommend you use the exact color code currently being shown in the video.
Just a quick bonus tip here. If you happen to be using Visual Studio Code, and we know many of you are, you'll want to make sure your code editor matches the desktop. To keep this purple vibe going, you can check out the theme called Space Purple Dark. It truly brings the whole aesthetic together.
Now, we are going to theme our Firefox browser to match our desktop setup perfectly. Open your Firefox browser and navigate to the extensions and themes. Here, you will need to search for and download the theme called Dark Purple. It's very important to make sure you download the specific theme created by Yu Tian. That's the one that matches our aesthetic best. As soon as you enable this theme, your Firefox browser will instantly snap into that integrated purple look. Your background, top panel, and even the menus will all get that matching purple consistency. And with that, our complete purple XFCE customization is finished. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring for your own desktop setup. If you enjoyed the guide, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Linux customization tutorials and tips. If you have any questions or want to show off your custom setup, drop a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.